Alright, so the most popular video on my channel is this gem where Mark Sargent basically turns himself into the clown of the century on live TV. Now, why am I even bringing this up? Well, today we're delving into the deep end of the flat earth pool again, but this time we've got a fresh duo of globe-denying geniuses, Peter and Pete. I can't believe I've not made a video about them. You know, these guys. And they are watching Mark Sargent on the same show, making the same kind of, let's call them, intellectual leaps. So in my head, I'm like, Peter and Pete make fools of themselves watching Mark Sargent make a fool of himself on This Morning. It's like Inception, but for flat earthers. Don't stress about it too much, so I'll figure the title out later. Maybe something snappy like Foolception, the Flat Earth edition. But you're definitely going to want to stick around for this one because it's going to be, well, it's going to be something, I'm sure. Please subscribe. Now, before we delve into today's video and lose a few brain cells, I just wanted to say something to you that you will never ever hear a flat earther say. Today's video is sponsored by Fume. Right then, let's talk turkey, shall we? Cold turkey. It's a classic on your dinner plate, but when it comes to ditching those pesky habits, it's about as effective as using a flip phone to send a tweet. Now, before you start thinking I'm about to try and sell you some mystical brain scrub courtesy of an aunt who believes she's a direct descendant of Merlin, let's talk about something a tad more grounded. Fume. They're not your average bear. They're more like that cool science teacher who actually made learning fun. Now, Fume is shaking things up by suggesting that maybe, just maybe, not all of your bad habit is bad. So allow me to introduce Fume, the flavoured air device, the award-winning, all-natural, why didn't I bloody think of that, gadget of your dreams. Forget about electronics. There aren't any. Fume is as natural as a walk in the park. All you're savouring is flavoured air and no nasty chemicals. Fume's all about the tasty, guilt-free goodness, so what's the deal? Fume is the good guy in a world of bad habits. It's like swapping out your villain hat for a hero cape. Plus, it's designed for the fidgeters and tinkers and the I've just got to keep my hands busy crowd. People like me. With the adjustable airflow and a design that's basically a fidgeter's dream. And let's not forget about the base, the new kid on the block since January. It's a stylish stand that not only holds your Fume but lets you spin like a DJ on the deck. Now, personally, I was a little bit skeptical at first, but then I tried crisp mint and it had me feeling like I just brushed my teeth with a snowflake. It's well crafted, good looking, and makes you feel cooler than the other side of the pillow.
Welcome to the cool side of the pillow.
For those of you ready to make the switch and ditch the ditchables, Fume is your new best friend. They've helped over 150,000 customers say see ya to bad habits. And you're up next. So if you're ready to ditch those bad habits, head over to tryfume.com/Creaky or scan this QR code. And don't forget to use code Creaky for a sweet 10% off your journey pack. That's right, tryfume.com and slap in that code Creaky for an extra 10% off. Let's make breaking up with bad habits less of a chore and more of a cheer. And talking about chores, let's see what Peter and Pete have got to say for themselves, shall we?
We're living in a big sound stage. Right, okay. Sounds. How does he know that?
Yeah, we've been wondering the same thing ourselves. But the one thing we no longer need to wonder about is where Rowan Atkinson got the inspiration for Mr. Bean's voice from.
Yes. Philip revealed that he's looked at live space station footage on his laptop.
Ooh, that's not aged well, is it? Because apparently Philip Schofield has looked at a lot more than footage of the ISS on his laptop.
Oh, Mark said, there's something up there, no question. Is there a vehicle that could be the ISS up there? Yeah. Are there people inside it? No, not a chance.
So what's it doing up there then? And is this what all their videos are like? They're annoying the crap out of me already and they haven't even said anything stupid yet. Of course, there are people on board the ISS, on average 6 people at any one time, conducting experiments, carrying out maintenance, spacewalks and the like. And in fact, 276 individuals representing 22 different countries and 5 international partners have visited the International Space Station. Are they all lying?
And you can look at the interior footage and the production value is horrible.
I know, if I didn't know any better, I'd think they were in space or something. Now, the video feed need us to travel a significant distance from the ISS down to Earth, involving a relay through satellites and ground stations, which can introduce delays and sometimes degrade the video quality. But also, the ISS's communication bandwidth is limited and has to accommodate not just video, but data from scientific experiments and other operations, meaning high-definition video is a lower priority.
But one thing that with that comment, the way he used the word vehicle, it's kind of making it out as though it's a man-made object that is up there.
Because that's exactly what it is. If we didn't make it, then who the hell do you think did?
Absolutely, of course, yeah. Well, in our understanding, there's something, we would agree that there's something up there.
There's something up there. What it is,
isn't man-made.
Absolutely,
But
sure.
NASA has capitalised on the observation and thought, oh, that could look like a little space station.
Right, hang on a second. So NASA didn't build the ISS. They just happened to spot it one day in the sky and then decided that they would claim it as their own?
Yeah.
So we could create a film stage set.
We could create the illusion of the International Space Station around that object that's
Basically,
that's flying and zipping around above us.
But I think his use of the word vehicle is kind of
wrong.
like-
My word, it gets even better. So I just want to make sure that I'm following your logic, for want of a better word. So somebody that works for NASA one day spotted something out there in the sky, then NASA... I don't even know where to go with this. Then NASA built a replica of that thing that they spotted in the sky so that they could fool people into thinking that there were people on board the thing that they saw but didn't build, until they built a replica of it in a studio here on Earth to fool people into... What?
It was wrong because Mark should have said there's something up there, no question. What it is, who knows?
Who knows?
That's what he should have said.
They're taking the piss, aren't they?
But anyway, but then Holly then explained that she'd talked to astronaut Tim Peake from the very sofa they were sitting on. So who was I talking to? She asked. You were talking to a military officer, nothing more, replied Mark.
Yeah.
Everyone that goes up there are high-ranking military.
Yeah.
No, they are not all high-ranking military personnel. As of April 2023, 240 individuals from 19 different countries had visited the International Space Station since its first module was launched in 1998. And this diverse group includes not only military personnel, because some of them are, but also career astronauts, scientists, engineers, doctors, and even a few tourists and private citizens who've flown to the station through various international and commercial arrangements.
But why fake it? Asked Holly. Because if you don't fake it, replied Mark, eventually the private industries are going to get involved, and then they're going to find out on their own. And that would be bad, because why?
Yeah, well.
Push Holly. Remember, we're talking about something that was discovered back in 1960. The public wasn't ready in 1960. They just weren't. The potential academically... I mean, what on earth is Mark talking about?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Never mind what Mark's talking about. I've already made that video. I'm here to find out what you have got to say about it.
As soon as we heard that, we watched the interview, and as soon as we heard that, we felt disappointed. Because it's a crap answer.
What did you expect? Good answers? Have you forgotten he's a flat earther?
The thing is that Holly Willoughby asked him, why fake it? Why fake space?
Yeah.
Basically. And if somebody asked me, well, why fake space? I would answer that people like to dream.
Yeah.
And it creates, by faking all of this stuff, it creates the dream for people.
Yeah.
Now, the claim that space is fake is a fringe belief held by a tiny little group of people, mainly flat earthers, and the idea often stems from a mix of skepticism, mistrust in government and scientific institutions, and, most importantly, the influence of conspiracy theories like flat earth. People tend to favour information that confirms their pre-existing beliefs. Now, if someone is inclined to believe that space is fake, and let's be honest, the only reason so many flat earthers also claim that space is fake is because they know it blows their stupid ideas about the shape of the earth out of the water. Because whether they believe it or not, there are people up there right now looking down on earth and seeing that it's a globe.
People can put on their Technicolor dream coats.
Absolutely, people can wear their Technicolor dream coats and they can go around thinking that man's going to these different planets, Mars and what have you.
Where on Earth, or any other planet for that matter, are these two getting their information from? NASA and some other space agencies have been aiming for a manned Mars mission potentially in the 2030s. Now, NASA's Artemis program, which plans to return humans to the moon, is seen as a stepping stone towards Mars. You know, testing technologies and living conditions that would be crucial for a Mars mission. I'm starting to remember why I've never made a video about this pair, but we're too far invested to stop now, aren't we?
And it's humans are circling above us, 250 miles high. All this kind of rubbish.
Space adventure is real.
Absolutely. People can pretend that it's true.
And you both would know a lot more about that than me, wouldn't you? On account of you pretending that the Earth is flat.
Yeah.
When it's not.
Exactly, that's what I'm getting at. And no, I didn't do that on purpose. That was just a very lucky edit.
Now, the one thing that annoys me about Mark in this interview, and that is Mark mentions straight away that a lot of flat earthers go out to disprove the globe. That's what they do. They want to go and find some information that disproves the globe idea. Okay. And Mark states categorically that you cannot prove the globe to be true.
To be fair, it isn't just Mark Sargent who says that, is it? For any rational human being to say in 2024 that there's no way to prove the Earth is a globe, well, they're just exposing themselves as a liar, or to be a little kinder, a misunderstander of pretty much every branch of science. Saying there is no way to prove the Earth is a globe is like saying there's no way to prove that water's wet. It's not just about seeing it, it's about feeling it, experiencing it, and understanding the overwhelming evidence that supports it.
And yet, on the same token, he provides no proof that we're living in a big soundstage with walls and a floor.
Well, without stating the obvious, Peter, I'm not sure which one is which, that's because there is none.
1 minute he's saying that there's no proof for a globe, but there's no proof that he's got this dome. What's he talking about?
Yeah, I know.
We can throw that argument back in his face.
So at the beginning of this video, when I was introducing them, I said this video will be something. Well, it was, wasn't it? I'll see you all again next time. Oh, you're still here then. I hope you enjoyed this video and maybe even learned something new. If you did, then you'll probably enjoy this video as well. Don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't already, and subscribe if you're new. And I will see you all again very soon, or in a few minutes if you do decide to watch this recommended video. Love you, bye.